Jazzware reveals their AEW wrestling figures. The McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Wonder Woman figures leak online. Tons of rumors for both Star Wars and Marvel Legends, plus product reveals from Hasbro for Transformers Earthrise and a few Star Wars items. All that and a ton more. So let's jump in. You action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with another TNI news video, and we're just 2 days away from the New York Toy Fair officially kicking off, and already we've got companies releasing official images and information for new product, as well as stuff that continues to kind of leak out. We've got some new images of the DC Multiverse Wonder Woman figures from McFarlane Toys. We've got some new rumors that I want to share with you guys, some rumors that have been out there for a little while, but I've gotten additional confirmations, so I feel pretty confident that these are things that are actually coming. In fact, other than just Hasbro has not officially confirmed them, I feel that confident that these are definitely things that are coming and likely will be revealed this weekend. And then just again, other companies have been actually officially revealing stuff. So a lot to go over today, but before we get into any of the news, I just want to make sure that you guys, if you haven't already, are aware of the TNI newsletter. It is going to be a really good way for you guys to just keep track of all the latest news headlines that are going to be coming at you fast and furious this coming weekend. There's a link in the video description below to where you can sign up at. It's really easy. It takes you seconds. If you decide you don't want the newsletter at any time, you can unsubscribe. And again, it's real quick and easy to do that. But again, as I said, a lot of news going to be coming at you this weekend, and it will be sending the news to you so that you can keep up with everything. All right, so let's get into it. Let's jump into it. And first thing I want to go on and share with you are these images that I believe came via the Walmart website, and they are of the two upcoming DC Multiverse Wonder Woman figures. I talked about these in a previous video, where we've got the regular Wonder Woman, and then we have the one in the gold outfit from the movie. It had just been listed as gold, and I had suspected it was going to be based on that gold outfit that she's wearing in the upcoming Wonder Woman 84 movie, or WM84, however you want to call it, the Wonder Woman sequel. So you can see with this, she's got the wings and the gold outfit and everything. I don't know, these are early images or what, and if there'll be more accessories. You can see with the regular Wonder Woman figure, she does have a lasso, which is nice, but I don't know if there'll be any additional accessories with these. Now, these figures were, again, they've been up on the Walmart website along with the Arkham video game, Batman, and Joker figures. No images of those have yet surfaced. I suspect we'll see all of these this coming weekend at the McFarlane showroom. Hopefully other stuff as well. But again, this is kind of our first look at these two Wonder Woman figures. Okay, and then for you wrestling fans, we got the official images, or first official images for the AEW wrestling figures coming from Jazzwares. I told you about this a couple weeks ago. We actually broke this news on Toy News International, and now we have the official images. They were released late yesterday, and these will be on display at Toy Fair this weekend. But you can see, these figures are said to have about 25 points of articulation, using 3D scanning technology. Overall, they look pretty good here. I'm going to guess they're probably about the same height as like the WWE figures put out by Mattel, but I can't say that for sure. I don't have exact measurements on the figures. The line is called Unrivaled, so that's the official name for these. And you can also see there's going to be a wrestling ring, and they're doing characters like Chris Jericho, Cody, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, John Moxley, and there's going to be more as well coming. So again, we should probably see more of these figures on display this coming weekend. But if you're an AEW fan, the new wrestling league that's on TNT, I think you'll definitely be interested in these. And like I said, we'll be seeing more of these at Toy Fair this coming weekend. Mezco Toys yesterday gave us a little surprise by teasing that they're going to be doing a 112 Collective Predator figure, and this figure is expected to be on display at Toy Fair. I don't know if it'll go up for pre-order beforehand. Some of the other Toy Fair teases have already gone up for pre-order, so again, this one might be going up for pre-order soon, but definitely looks like they're doing a Predator figure, and if we don't see official images before Toy Fair, we should definitely see this figure on display this coming weekend. Storm Collectibles this week released a teaser image image for a 1/12 scale Samurai Showdown SNK video game figure. So they announced the license a while back, and the first figure they're doing, I think this is the first figure they've shown for this series. It's been a while since they actually announced the license, but it's the character, and I'm gonna butcher the name here. I've only played this game once or twice as a kid, but Hamaru or Homer, I don't know. But yeah, one of the leading characters from the game, with the sword and the really long kind of bushy like hair and everything. So I think if you're a fan of this game, this will be one you'll want to check out. Now, I do expect this figure will be on display this coming weekend at Toy Fair. Storm Collectibles usually has a presence at Toy Fair at the Bluefin distributor booth. So if you want to see more of this figure, official images will probably get released this weekend as well. But if you want to see more, be sure to tune in to TNI later this weekend. Factory Entertainment just today announced that they've gotten the license to do product for Masters of the Universe, and they're going to be doing some scaled replicas of things like the Power Sword for both He-Man and Skeletor, as well as Skeletor's Havoc Staff, which I think is really cool. I remember as a kid, I would always, pick up stuff like, just like poles and stuff and pretend it was Skeletor's staff that would shoot out lasers and everything. So definitely kind of cool there. I don't have any pricing information as of yet, but these will be on display, and more information should become available on these at Toy Fair this coming weekend. Hasbro is going to be bringing back Tiger handheld video games. You might remember these from the early 90s. So they're going to be doing games for X-Men and Transformers, as well as a few others like Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And these, very basic games, but these little handhelds only cost $14.99. So definitely kind of a nostalgia thing here, but kind of cool nevertheless. These are available for pre-order, and these will be out later this year. For you Marvel Legend fans, I don't have any, no reveals from Hasbro as of yet. Those might come tomorrow, maybe even later today, but probably at earliest tomorrow, and then of course definitely on Saturday. But I do have a rumor that I know has been floating around the internet for some time, but I've actually been able to confirm this from a couple different sources, so I feel about as confident as you can without having actually seen the actual product in hand or getting the official announcement from Hasbro. Until we do get that official announcement, I would still consider this a rumor, but I feel about 99.9% that these are in fact actually happening. So it's a wave of what's listed as retro Spider-Man 6-inch Marvel Legend figures. So similar to what we saw with the X-Men and then the Toy Biz figures before that, the regular Marvel characters, where they did them on the Toy Biz vintage card backs and then later the X-Men vintage card backs. Now this is totally speculation on my part, but I'm assuming, since all these retro figures have been, they've been doing them on these classic 5-inch Toy Biz card backs, I'm thinking the Spider-Man ones are going to be done on the Spider-Man, 5-inch figure, Toy Biz figure card backs that were kind of the line that they did back when the original 90s animated series came out on Fox. This line was basically based on that. So again, I might be wrong. I guess they could do regular just Toy Biz card backs. When they did the 4-inch Spider-Man figures, which was what kind of kicked off this whole retro thing, they did do those on regular Toy Biz card backs. But being that they've already done regular Toy Biz figures or regular figures on the Toy Biz card backs, I feel like they would need to kind of differentiate these Spider-Man ones from those, so that they're going to do a different style of card back. So again, purely a guess on my part. But what I do pretty much know is that the figures in this wave are going to include a Daredevil figure, and I don't know what version. My preference would be the black and red armor, which they actually did a 5-inch Toy Biz figure of back in the day, even though that was actually released on a normal Toy Biz card back. But I would love to see that version. We're also getting Electro, so maybe most of these are probably going to be kinds of repaints, I'm thinking, but modified repaints, since all of these characters have already been done in the 6-inch Marvel Legend line, or at least most of them. But Daredevil and Electro, Green Goblin. We're getting a Gwen Stacy figure, so that might be new. And then Peter Parker, I assume completely civilian Peter Parker, though I guess it could just be an unmasked Spider-Man. I'm not entirely sure, but it's listed as Peter Parker. And then, of course, a new Spider-Man figure as well. So, and I have no idea if it'll just be a basic reissue of the pizza eating Spider-Man. I mean, I would think it would be, they would differentiate it from that one. But again, I don't have those specific details. But again, like I said, I am very confident this is actually happening, and my feeling is probably they're going to be on those Spider-Man card backs. Though again, that's purely just my guess. But as far as the figures in the wave, that should be what we're seeing, and I do expect these to be on display at Toy Fair this coming weekend. Okay, and while we're on the subject of rumors that I'm pretty confident about, let's switch gears to Star Wars. So first of all, for you Black Series fans, it looks like Hasbro is going to be doing a 6-inch Snowspeeder. Very odd choice to me. If they were going to do another large-scale 6-inch vehicle, they did the TIE Fighter several years ago, and then rumor was they were going to do an X-Wing, which never materialized. I'm pretty sure they were actually going to do an X-Wing, but then decided to pull back on the large vehicles. So it's a little surprising to me that if they decided to go forward with the large vehicles, that they're not doing the X-Wing. I know it's the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back, and Snowspeeder is more in keeping with Empire Strikes Back. Yes, X-Wing was in Empire Strikes Back, but it was in all the movies. So, but to me, it's still kind of weird, especially, to me, there's really no point in getting a 6-inch Snowspeeder unless you're going to get a 6-inch AT-AT. And I guess maybe that could be a hint to what the next HasLab project's going to be. I don't know. I mean, them doing an AT-AT would be, I mean, I don't think I'd have room or the money for it, but at the same time, it would be impressive to see. But I find it, I don't know, that they would do an AT-AT, who knows. But definitely it looks like they are doing the Snowspeeder, and I expect it will be on display this coming weekend at Toy Fair. It is going to cost over $100. I don't have a specific price, but it's definitely going to be on the pricey side. And then they're also apparently doing, according to my information, they're doing a second wave of Empire Strikes Back retro figures. So the first wave just started to hit. These are the 6-inch Black Series figures on the retro Kenner-esque card backs. They did it with Star Wars, and now they've been doing it with Empire. With the human characters, that they have updated face scans and stuff, especially like the Bespin Luke in the first wave, and now they're going to be doing a second wave of these apparently. And according to my information, the second wave is going to include a Hoth Luke Skywalker, Lando Calrissian from Bespin, from Empire Strikes Back, a Hoth Rebel Soldier, a new R2-D2, and a TIE Fighter pilot. So that should be the lineup for the second wave of these, and these should be available everywhere. I don't have any kind of release date, but they should be available everywhere. And then also, apparently, they're going to be doing a few more carbonized figures, and this time they're going to be doing an Imperial Stormtrooper and a Boba Fett figure. And unlike the previous ones that they did where they were specific store exclusives, I do believe these will be available at least everywhere online, kind of like a fan channel exclusive, with the like they do with the Marvel stuff. These should be available everywhere online that carries Black Series. They might be available everywhere, like physical stores, like Walmart and Target. I'm not entirely sure, but definitely they should be available more than one place. And again, they're going to be doing the Stormtrooper and a carbonized Boba Fett figure. And then finally, one last rumor I have for you is for you vintage collection fans. It looks like they're going to be doing Slave 1. Now, they did Slave 1 back in 2013 as Amazon exclusive, which actually was a very nice vehicle. And I have a feeling it's probably just going to be a re-release of that one. That one, the price on this is said to be over $150, so it is going to be expensive. And like I said, maybe it'll have some slight modifications to it or something, but I expect it's probably just going to be a reissue of the one they did several years ago as the Amazon exclusive. Okay, and then for officially announced news, so Hasbro has started to officially announce some Star Wars product as of today. And first of all, the first thing that they announced is a new line called the Mission Fleet, which is a line of vehicles and figures. Now, these are said to be about a 2.5-inch scale line. And these are definitely made more for the kids. You can tell just by the designs and everything, they are made more for the kids. The price range on these is going to range. There's 3 different tiers of vehicles and figures that they're doing, and they're going to range from $8 to $20. So the bigger vehicles are going to be in the around $20, while just the basic figures are going to be $8. And you can see like the vehicles and stuff have firing missiles, and you can swap out the weapons between the different vehicles and everything. So definitely cool if you're a kid. I really like the Mandalorian speeder with the Baby Yoda that's got the little carrier. Something they didn't give with the Black Series. This may be too small. I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling it might be too small to go with the Black Series. But it might be worth trying out to see if it would work with your Black Series Baby Yoda. But definitely it's cool. That's probably my favorite of these. They're also doing like an X-Wing fighter with Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader with the TIE Advance. They're doing Ahsoka with a little skier. We're getting Chewbacca and one of those little helicopter things like we saw in the prequel movies. And then also Obi-Wan Kenobi with his armor, his Stormtrooper armor or Clone Trooper armor, and a Berg Speeder. And we're getting Captain Rex with an AT-RT. So Boba Fett, he's got a little jetpack thing and a Phase 2 Clone Trooper. So like I said, definitely this is a line. It's a smaller line, kind of in keeping maybe with Micro Machines, that type of thing, but definitely geared more for the kids. Hasbro also announced a few figures for the Galaxy of Adventures line, the 5-inch Galaxy of Adventures line. So they're doing Ahsoka and a Clone Trooper from the Clone Wars. So those are the 2 new figures they announced for that. Plus they're doing a Darksaber from the recent Mandalorian TV series. Also was in the Clone Wars and such. Or was it Rebels or both? Yeah, I think it was actually first appeared in Clone Wars and then was featured in Rebels and now in the Mandalorian TV series. But they're doing a role play. It's for the kids. It's not like one of their more, it's not a Black Series role play item. Though I would not be surprised at all if they don't announce that. Something along those lines here, probably at Toy Fair, where they do a Black Series version, which would be pretty cool. But this one is for the kids, and it's going to cost around $30 and be out later this year. And then, like I said, you've got the 2 5-inch figures. Again, this is more of the kids line. Then they also announced some Baby Yoda product, or as I should say, the child. So they're doing some board games, Operation and Trouble. They've taken those classic games and kind of geared it towards Baby Yoda. And then they also announced another new Baby Yoda type figure, child animatronic type figure, which is going to cost about $60. Have sounds and movements and things like that. So all of this stuff that they're revealing as of today is more for the kids. But again, there should be some collector-oriented stuff, which they'll maybe reveal as early as tomorrow, but likely, if not tomorrow, then definitely on Saturday. And also, while we're on the subject, so tomorrow on Friday, Hasbro is going to be holding, the day before Toy Fair actually kicks off, they're going to be holding, their CEO, Brian Goldner, is going to be holding this press conference mainly for the financial media, where they give their entire financial results for the past year, and they talk about things that they're going to be doing in the coming year, basically to try and prop up their stocks. That's the main goal of it. But there's oftentimes a lot of tidbits of information that come out of this, so we will cover it and have any pertinent information. The biggest news that I expect to hopefully come out of this thing tomorrow is an announcement that they will be continuing the license for Marvel and Star Wars. I do expect that is going to happen. And like I said, the most likely time for them to do that would be during this event. If they don't announce it tomorrow, if they don't announce that the license has been extended, if you're not familiar, the current license that Hasbro has with Disney will be expiring at the end of this year, 2020, for both Star Wars and Marvel. So either the license is going to go somewhere else, or Hasbro and Disney are going to renew it. So if that announcement does not come tomorrow, then I might start to panic. Some people, since last year really have been wondering, maybe that Disney wasn't going to renew the license. Again, I don't think that's going to be the case. And again, I think a very good chance we're going to get that announcement tomorrow. But if we don't get it tomorrow, it doesn't necessarily mean that the license is going to go somewhere else. But to me, it almost kind of indicates there's something holding it up. There's something holding them up, announcing that that's continuing. So that would make me a little bit worried. But again, we'll have to wait and see what comes out tomorrow. But do kind of look for that information. And again, I expect it to come out tomorrow, and then of course they'll talk about it further during Toy Fair. But I expect the announcement actually to be made at that financial press conference held by the Hasbro CEO. And then the last bit of Star Wars news I have for you guys today is on the Lego front. So just today they announced that they're doing a set based on the Mandalorian TV series for the Razor Crest Mandalorian ship. So this is going to be available. It's up for pre-order now on the Amazon website and is going to cost $129.99. It is going to be released in early September. September 1st is the release date. And it's going to have a number of different minifigures, including the Mandalorian, IG-11, Reef Karga, and a Scout Trooper. And of course, the child Baby Yoda minifigure will be included with this set as well. And I do expect this will be on hand this weekend at the Lego showroom at Toy Fair. And like I said, it is available for pre-order now on the Amazon website. And then the final bit of news I have for you guys today is on the Transformers front. So just today, Hasbro released official images for some new Earthrise figures. So we'd actually seen images of these leak out the other week, and I told you about these in a previous news video. But now we have some nice high-res images. These should be on display at Toy Fair this weekend, hopefully with other stuff as well. But we're getting looks at the deluxe RC figure based on her G1 cartoon appearance. She does have the big backpack on and everything. Also, Fast Track, we're getting a look at that. The Commander class Skylynx, which I think is really cool. That's probably my favorite of the bunch. And then the big one, the Titan Scorponok. So if you're a fan of, the big scorpion / robot, big green scorpion / robot, which was a headmaster back in the day, this is one you're probably going to want to check out. This is the big Transformer for the year. Their big Titan class Transformer for the year, and we've got the official images that they released just today. And again, all these should be on hand at Toy Fair this coming weekend, and we'll have full coverage of all of these things and much more. So if you haven't already, bookmark the websites, and then like I said, subscribe to the newsletter if you haven't already. And that's it for today. There'll probably be a lot more news tomorrow. I'm going to be traveling to New York City tomorrow so I can cover the event for you guys. And, of course, we'll be updating the sites as news happens. So that's really the best place to keep your eyes on things for just the latest breaking news. And then if things officially kick off Saturday morning with a slew of stuff, and Saturday afternoon is when the Hasbro showroom event, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. You want to mark it. The actual conference will be, or presentation part will be live streamed by Hasbro themselves, and we'll have that up on the website, all the websites probably, and then we'll have coverage of everything they have in their showroom later that day. Again, subscribe to the news channel if you haven't already. Link is in the video description below. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.